So behind me in the center of Sofia is the monument to Sveta Sofia, which is the saint that the city of Sofia is named after. And where the statue stands is where a statue of Lenin once stood before it was torn down and replaced in the year 2000 with this statue. Which is funny because the statue is as old as Carson and I are.
Very nice. It's a good statue.
So also in the center of Sofia is Serdica, which in our hotel room there's a huge sign that says Serdica is my Rome, and it has a picture of a Colosseum looking building. I don't think that that exists. I think that it is like a recreation of what it once looked like. It's an ancient Roman city that was excavated between 2010 and 2012, so pretty recently. You can see that they've recovered 8 streets, a basilica, an ancient church, and 6 large buildings as well. So we're gonna take a stroll through here. It's literally just in the center of this area, literally right next to the metro. We're gonna stroll through.
So we're in the remains of a home in this like Roman archaeology place, and these things on the ground are like a heating system where the hot air would come through the bottom and heat the house through the floor tiles, which is pretty fancy. And if you look at the bricks and stuff, it looks pretty modern. Like it looks like something that could have been built in this era, which is always cool.
So this city of Serdica, a lot of these buildings are from the 4th and the 5th century, which is well into the Roman Empire. If you think Augustus and Caesar existed around, oh, I can't go in here, which is a lot more recent than a lot of other buildings that I've seen. Like if you think Pompeii was in, I believe, 79, and this is in like 300 and 400 years. So you can see there's a definite change in architectural style compared to what you'd see in Pompeii. Like this looks a lot more cohesive and honestly pretty modern. Like Chris was saying, the brickwork looks a lot more modern than you'd see in places like Pompeii.
Apparently Hannah's become an archaeologist now, so that was your insight from her.
I took 1 Greek and Roman studies class in university. When you're here, you can download an app, which we don't have, but it gives you the recreations like we were saying, where you can see all of the structures, what they once looked like. Here's a picture from an ad so you get an idea. So a lot more medieval looking than I was expecting, to be honest.
This here is a church, a Christian church from the Roman times, which shows you how recent it was in the Roman times, how late it was in Rome, because obviously they created Christianity by killing Jesus and then didn't like it for a really long time and then finally adopted it way later. So if there's a Christian church, it shows you how recent it is. That's fun.
This building behind me is the former royal palace. It was built after Bulgaria became free from the Ottoman Empire in 1878, and then construction started on the palace in 1880. And now the ballrooms and the observatories are turned into an art gallery that houses contemporary Bulgarian art, which is pretty cool. These are the gardens next to the royal palace, and inside these gardens there are 2 churches, which is where we're headed next. It's so beautiful here today in Bulgaria. It's the end of April, it's spring weather, and everyone's out hanging out. The other thing we've noticed about Sofia, more so than Plovdiv, is that all of the dogs are off-leash dogs in the city. Like they're just running through the parks, they're walking down the street. I guess people aren't worried they're gonna get hit by cars. They're well behaved. But back home, you gotta leash and clean up after your dog. And there's signs everywhere reminding you. So behind me is the Russian church, or the Church of St. Nicholas the Miracle Maker. It is the official church of the Russian embassy here in Sofia. It looks distinctly different than all of the rest of the churches, which a lot were converted from mosques from various periods of Bulgaria's history. So this one definitely looks very, very different. It looks, I've never been to Russia, but I think it looks pretty Russian. It was built in 1914, and now it is, like I said, the official church of the Russian embassy here, now known as the House of Russia. Pretty cool. This is St. Sophia Church, which is what the city is named after, like I said, with the statue of St. Sophia. This church was founded in the 6th century on top of Serdica, the Roman city whose remnants we walked through. It was built on top of their necropolis as well as on top of another church. So there's a lot going on underneath this building. Inside you can see the remnants of the church as well as the tombs. And like with many of the Catholic churches in Sofia, this was once a mosque during the Ottoman Empire, and then it was abandoned due to a series of catastrophes when it was a mosque, and then it later became a church. Bulgaria and all of the Balkans have such a rich history in terms of dominance. Like I said when we were in Plovdiv, Bulgaria was ruled by the Ottomans, by the Turks, by the Bulgarian Empire, by the Romans. There's just so much history here. So it's cool seeing all of the different levels in history of what the city once was. So we're walking back to the hotel now, and we are on Sofia's main walking street. It's completely lined with patios and restaurants, and there's so many people out. Food looks amazing. It's really, really cool. It's so nice and warm here.
This pedestrian street is absolutely massive. Like, it goes so long, and it's just so nice. I love pedestrian streets, and Europe does a great job, but this one seems like extraordinarily long. It's very fitting here in Sofia, where all the buildings are like weirdly giant, and this street is also weirdly giant.
All over in Sofia, and also in Plovdiv, they had pizza sold by the slice for super cheap.
Big pizza.
So that's what we got for dinner. Both of these were like $6 Bulgarian, which is like $4 Canadian. It's crazy. It reminds me of CPU at home. And they look so good. Look at this. We only have like 10 Bulgarian dollars in cash. Left. And we need to get to the train tomorrow, and a lot of the donair places take cash only, so we've really been trying to stretch our cash, but I think we've made it.
Okay, this is my second dinner after the pizza, because one slice of pizza isn't enough, so I went and got a hot dog. But this reminds me of back home at the Flames games, the hockey games. You can get pocket dogs, but they're extra good because they're like cheddar cheese hot dogs in like a bun with cheese and ketchup, and they're so good. That's a classic. Me and Dad get them every time we go to the Flames game. And here, it's like a huge thing everywhere. They have these same pocket dogs where they cut a circle out of the bun. Bun's not cut in half, and they shove the hot dog down the center. And you can get like mayo and ketchup in it. So, reminds me of home, and just a classic.
It's our last night in Sofia. I've been working on correcting my sunburn that I got in Indonesia, and I burned my chest today, which was not good. And tomorrow we fly to Budapest. So we're just sitting on this walking street you saw us walk down earlier. Super fun. We're watching all of the off-leash dogs. Look. Literally so cute. I love the off-leash dogs. Look at them. And we also got some baked goods. I got something called a Four Seasons, which person was like literally the biggest inconvenience in the store that I've ever been around. He cannot make a decision to save his life, and then also questions every single decision I'm making. So I got a Four Seasons, which looks like this. It looks really good. Let's give it a try. It's good. And then person, got a cookie.
Get it.
No way.
Take it.
Its knees coming down.
Hannah, come on, take it.
No way.
Do the experience.
No.
It's just one floor.
No.
Then you can say you did it.
No.
You're about it though, aren't you?
Okay, so our hotel has this really freaky elevator. And we showed up yesterday. The guy was like, I'm sorry, the elevator's broken, so we're gonna have to walk up the stairs. We're gonna get a guy to come fix it. And Kristen and I were both like, that's okay, because this is the scariest elevator I've seen in my entire life. Look at this. I'll put in a clip of Kristen and I messing around with it earlier that we sent to our family. It's so freaky.
Hannah's gonna take it now.
No, I'm not.
It's working.
Not a single chance am I gonna take that.
It'd be cool.
Kristen, you take it then.
I'm afraid of it. Just take it. Come on. Take it, Hannah. Come on.
No, I'm not.
Alright, everyone. Just gonna take the elevator up to our hotel today. Come and join me. Here it is. Nice and wooden. Yeah, so see at the top. I can't even close the door. Oh my god.
Okay, here we go. Elevator.
Oh my god, let me video you going in. Alright, door's closing. Bye. How do you feel?
Oh, I'm scared. This is terrifying. Let me take the camera in. Look at this. Like, look at the floor.
Video the whole thing.
And there, it goes up.
What the? You guys, like, the elevator's not working, so unfortunately you're gonna have to take the stairs. Yeah, like I never get in that thing.